So today's topic is a very intense topic. The topic relates to mastering your emotions. So the best way to understand this topic is to relate to your own self, relate to your own life. First and foremost point to understand is our emotions are very important. Just take a book and pen and write it down, point-wise. Our emotions are very important. You cannot discount your emotions. You cannot discard your emotions. Your emotions are very important. Point number one. And point number two, you are not your emotions, you are more than your emotions. You have emotions. Your emotions are very important, but you are more than that. Like you have a body, but you are not the body. You are more than your body. Similarly, you have a certain conditioning, you have a certain mind, but you are not that, you are more than that. Similarly, your emotions are very powerful and your emotions are very important, but you are more than that. So when you understand that when you are more than that, there is a possibility of managing your emotions. But if you think, if you're entangled with your emotions, you think whatever you feel emotionally is you, then you get entangled. So how to manage your emotions? Fundamentally, anytime you're going through any kind of emotion, like, just imagine you're going through an emotion of fear, or you're going through an emotion of guilt, or you're going through an emotion of, feeling rejected, or feeling utilized, feeling used like a doormat, feeling like backstabbed, like you trusted somebody and your trust is broken. Or you have pure intentions, but your intentions are misunderstood. And you are being judged. And people conclude certain things about you. Right? Any kind of emotions you take. Feeling neglected, feeling judged, feeling of abandonment, feeling unworthy. So many emotions. Imagine when you're going through all those kinds of emotions. Very naturally, it takes over your whole being. So how do you deal with it? So the question is, how do you deal with it? There are few tips. The first and the foremost, don't suppress your emotions. The first point, how do you manage the emotions? The first point is, don't suppress your emotions. Express it. Don't think what others are thinking. Just you express your emotions. You are feeling sad, you express your emotions. And tears are the best way to express your emotions. You don't need to shout at others to express your emotion. You are feeling sad inside, so let the tears come. You don't need to scold others. You don't need to shout at others. Let the tears come. That is the best form of expression. Have you seen children? The moment they cry, tears and tears and tears will come. So let the tears roll. Express your emotions. The first step is express your emotions. Wherever you are, don't think, oh, I'm in a public place. I'm in front of my friends, in-laws. Have you ever seen a child going through that? The child will cry in the middle of the road, in the middle of the shopping mall, in the middle of the class. Wherever the child is, it is feeling sad, it will simply cry. It is the adults who will program the child. You are in the public place, don't cry. You are in the relative's house, don't cry. So we have to regain the kingdom of God. The first and foremost, you have to become a childlike. You can say, it is my emotions. I'm free to express my emotions. So what? You don't need to be dramatic about it. Don't dramatize it. But a simple expression is good enough. First and foremost point. While you have expressed your emotions, the beauty is you are no more heavy in your heart. You feel light. In that space of lightness, you are able to witness what you are feeling. The detachment happens only when you are light in your heart space. When you are heavy in your heart space, then you are always misguided. So the important point to understand is, at any point of time you are feeling heavy in your heart, you are always misguided. The right guidance comes to you. When I say the guidance, that is the higher guidance, the inner guidance. The right guidance comes to you only when you are light-hearted. So don't make any decisions. The next point, important point is, don't make any decisions when you're emotional. Because any decision you make when you're emotional will be a wrong decision. So don't make any decisions. Let everything settle down, then you can decide. Your decision should be in the space of lightness, when you are light-hearted, when you are clear-headed, you should decide. All the important decisions should be made when you are clear-hearted, light-hearted, clear-hearted. The next point. You have to understand that your emotions are actually helping you in your evolution. So don't judge your emotions, whatever it might be. Don't blame others. Because of you, I felt bad. Because of you, I felt sad. Because of you, my life is destroyed. I invested so much time and money. I trusted you so much. And this is what you give back to me in return. So no finger pointing. The most important step is no finger pointing, no blame game. Because what is inside you only comes out. Whatever is inside you comes out. The other people are just triggers. The situations are triggers. The people are triggers. There might be a situation of financial crisis. There might be many situations which can trigger a lot of your emotions. Or there can be many people who will trigger a lot of emotions. So don't finger point anybody. Don't blame anybody. Take it as an opportunity for growth. So this is the most important point. No finger pointing, no blame. Take it as an opportunity for your growth. When you take it as an opportunity for the growth, then you become clear-headed. then the focus is no more on the situation, then the focus is no more on the other person, the focus is rather on you. Why you are feeling so vulnerable, why you are feeling so weak, why you are feeling so emotional. So what is that you have to do to come out of it? What is that you have to do to be more balanced? Is there any mistake on your part? Is there any rectification to be made? Is there any corrections to be made? You'll be able to focus on it to see if there is any corrections to be made, if there is any opportunity for betterment. Is there any scope for betterment? So use the same emotion to reflect upon you to see if there is any opportunity for your own betterment, to be a better person. Because it's a very powerful energy. Emotions are very powerful. So you can use that powerful energy to go inwards and to see. And this needs a lot of calmness. So this needs a proper management of emotions. So these are the points when you go ahead, at the end of the emotion, you feel very light. At the emotion, for example, you went through a roller coaster journey of 15 minutes or 30 minutes of intense emotional roller coaster you went through. But if you are able to manage it well, that means without, first of all, you express your emotions, then don't blame anybody. Then accept that you are more than your emotions. And accept that your emotions are important. And also accept that your emotions are actually helping you to become better. So don't think that your emotions are a negative part of you. Your emotions are not a negative aspect of you, but rather your emotions are helping you to become better. How it will help you to become better is when you're able to witness it. When you're able to see why you are feeling emotional in such a way. What is the underlying root cause? You have to see what is the underlying root cause of it. When somebody says something, you get triggered. We immediately say, oh, because he said that, I felt bad. But that is not true. That is only superficial reason. But what is the deeper reason? There is deep down something inside me which is creating that volcano. The emotional volcano is happening because deep down something is within me. Maybe I'm not accepting myself. Maybe I never valued myself. I always felt lack of self-worth, lack of self-esteem. Or I had abandonment issues from the childhood. Fear of losing the loved ones. Fear of judgment. Maybe as a child, you are bullied. And because of that, any small trigger immediately ignites the emotional volcano when you're an adult. Now imagine you are in a relationship. Only intense relationships can trigger deeper emotions. Strangers cannot ignite your emotions, trigger your emotions. If a stranger says something, you will feel like, okay, the dog is barking, what can I do? And you will move away. But somebody very close to you, somebody very, very close to you, that person has the best possibility to ignite all the emotional weak points. Now imagine this situation where you have your own wounds from your childhood and from your past lives. So many lives you might have gone through, so many ups and downs, so many challenges, so many abuses, and you would have got certain wounds, emotional wounds from so many lifetimes. And you, again, in this lifetime, from the childhood, right from the parents to the relatives to the society to the neighbors and the school children, teachers, so many people would have been insensitive to you. And all those things you are carrying within you. and your partner who has just met you in this lifetime, and he has no clue about what you have gone through, and he just says something, that's it. Gone. All your emotions get triggered, and you pinpoint all the blame towards your partner. Do you think it is fair? It is not fair. Vice versa. It can be your partner, it can be your mother, it can be your father, anybody. Intimate relations, you should understand it's their only trigger. Whatever you're getting from outside is just a trigger. The problem is not with the other person, the problem is with you. Deep inside you, there is something which needs to be released. Deep inside you, something needs to be healed. Deep inside you, something has to be transformed. So, your intimate friends or your intimate family members or your partners are helping you by triggering it. Because when it triggers, it comes to the surface. So when it comes to the surface, you have an opportunity to look face to face what it is and learn from it. So stop blaming the situations on the people. You are going through a certain challenge, accept it and deal with it. When you understand this aspect, then it becomes easy to divert all the energy within, to go within, to see deep down. And when you're able to go within, you know the magic is, the beauty is, you will come out much more stronger. Every emotional vulnerability is there to make you stronger. You have to remember that point, underline that point. Every emotional vulnerability you are going through is there to make you much more stronger, is there to make you much more balanced. Now you are thankful to the life that you are in the physical body, going through these emotions and learning from it. See, in the beginning, it is emotional pain. But with the right understanding, it becomes an emotional blessing. The pain becomes a blessing when you have the right understanding, when you know how to deal with it. Again, I repeat, the first and the foremost step in handling your emotions is express it. If you don't express, it comes out in the ugliest ways. It is better to express it and let go of it and learn from it and move on. But if you don't express it, it becomes ugly. The relationship becomes ugly. Expression is very, very important. How do you express? Express through tears. Express through loving words. You can open your mouth and tell, I'm feeling pain, give me some space. I need some time alone. And once you have gone through something, then immediately go take shower. This is again a very important tool, very important tip, very important step. Go take shower. When you take shower, your aura cleanses, you feel much better. Now you become balanced in your emotions and you can take proper decisions. Males handle emotions in a different way, females handle emotions in a different way. If a female is throwing emotional tantrum, the males have to understand that is the nature of the female. The males has to understand what to do. God has given this kind of creation on the planet Earth, where there is a male, there is a female. The males have to learn from the females and the females have to learn from the males. The males have to understand from the females, the males have to learn from the females. What is the greatest learning the male can understand is to have patience. Because every woman is an emotional drama queen. A simple emotion, the females know how perfectly to make it dramatic. That is their art, what to do. That is how they are born with it. So learn, appreciate the God's creation. You're getting a free movie ticket. You have to appreciate it and have patience. If the males have this kind of patience, that means they are learning from it. And the other way, the females also have to understand the males. The males are different. For a, for a female point of view, they go deeper and deeper and deeper into the emotions. From a male point of view, they'll just quickly change the place. For them, if it is too much, they'll say, okay, I'll go out. They just move away from the place. Because when the emotions are too much for a male, probably he will go out of the house. He will go out for a few minutes or a few hours. He will go to pubs or bars, or he will go for a smoke, or he will do something. He want to be distracted. He doesn't want to be in that space. That is the way the male is handling. It is quite natural what to do. This is how the males are created by God. Both are God's creation. No? A boy child and a girl child, both are born in the mother's womb. Both are the creation of God. So you have to understand they both have different ways of handling emotions. Generally, for a man, it is like once he deals with it, he will forget it and he will move forward. But it's not the same case with a female. She will remember it, and she will remember in such a way that it has to be brought out to the surface in the most unexpected time. Then the male will go through the emotional frustration. See, this is the beauty you have to understand. So the male has forgotten and moved forward. Say, raat gayi to baat gayi. But it's not the same case with the female. Females will remember. After so many years, they will remember. Remember that day how you spoke about my father. Remember how you spoke about, how you insulted, how you degraded. So they will use all these dramatic words. And that poor fellow is in great shock. Yeah, I thought it is all done and dusted. Now why you are bringing all those things? Why you are destroying the beautiful moment? And he gets frustrated. Now his real emotion starts. He gets frustrated, he gets triggered, and he will go into the emotional upheaval. Because he will get emotions out of frustration, helplessness. Nobody on the planet Earth can help him. Poor fellow. At least females can express with each other. Males cannot express with each other. That is a problem. From a female point of view, one female expressing to another female is a very normal phenomenon. But from the male perspective, they don't do that. They don't express because they think it is their weakness. So they keep it within their heart. So they silently suffer because they have no way to express it also. And also the society says, boys don't cry. They say, boys don't cry, boys don't cry. So there's no way to express it. And there is no way to share it with their friends also. Because the more you share your personal things, your emotional things, then the other person, there is understanding that the males think the other person might think I'm weak. So they don't share their emotional aspect with anybody else also. So the males deal with it in a different way. And if you see statistically, most of the men go through heart attack frequently. Women go through some other kinds of issues, emotional issues like thyroid issues, obesity, hormonal issues. Women go through different. Men straight go through heart attack only. If you see the average number of cases of heart attacks coming to the hospital, Most of the cases are from the men. Women have very few cases of heart attacks. So the point I'm trying to say, women deals emotions in a different way, men deals emotions in a different way. So you have to accept, don't have any expectations. That is the final point. Don't have any expectations that you have expressed your emotions and you expect your partner or the other person to understand. Don't have any expectations. Everybody is going through their own journey. Everybody is going through their own pain. So have compassion. Your focus is on your pain. Your focus is on how you can come out of the pain. Sometimes it is very funny and interesting. The woman goes through the pain. The woman continues to go through the pain for the only reason the men cannot understand her. She will say, in spite of me doing so many things, you cannot understand me. My pain is that you don't understand me. This is the complaint of the woman. Now, how is it possible for a man to understand a woman? Impossible. And you are going through, you are creating, the woman creates more suffering to herself because she feels the man is not understanding her. Not possible. It is not part of the creation plan. Nobody is there to understand you. Everybody is there to understand themselves. You have to understand this point. You are born for your own self. The other person is born for their own self. Don't expect understanding from your partners. Don't expect understanding from your parents. Don't expect understanding from your friends. Don't expect understanding from your colleagues. Don't expect understanding from anybody. Are you understanding yourself? Then you are able to manage your emotions perfectly. If others understand you on their own, that is well and good, but you don't expect. If somebody understands you, treat it like a blessing. Somebody understands you without you making any effort, treat it like a blessing. But you never make any attempt to make another person understand. Underline this. Don't make any attempt to make sure others understand. Once, like the moon comes twice in a month. Normally, the full moon is once a month, but sometimes there are two full moons in a month. We call it as a blue moon. Very rare occurrence. Like a blue moon, your partners might understand you one fine day. So treat it like a blessing. It's a blue moon, but don't expect it as an everyday phenomenon. You are here to live a happy life, to live a peaceful life. Your relationships are there to empower you. Relationships are there to empower you. So don't destroy the relationships by having expectations. Focus on your own evolution. Focus on self-understanding. Focus on self-love. Focus on self-acceptance. Focus on self-realization. Focus on self-mastery. It doesn't mean that you are insensitive to the other person. You do your best and leave the rest. That's all. No expectations. Do the best and leave the rest. No expectations in a relationship. Put it in a square box. Do your best and leave the rest. You have done your best. Try to understand your best. Try to be compassionate to your best. Try to do your best in expression. Always do your best. More than that, you cannot do. And your best keeps changing according to the time, according to the physical conditions of what you are going through, according to the surroundings. Your best keeps changing. At any given point of time, do your best and leave the rest. And the final concluding point, wish well for everybody. Wish well for everybody. Don't have any hard feelings for anybody. Even the person who has done so much wrong to you, even the person who has done so much bad to you, wish them well. Because if you don't wish them well, you feel hurt, that affects you. When you carry some heavy feelings about somebody in your heart, it is affecting you. So wish them well, because they are also children of God. Wish them well, forgive them, have some compassion, so that you become light-hearted. That is how you manage your emotions. Always wish well. When you wish others well, your wellness comes naturally. Okay. So as I told, it is a very intense topic. We can keep on going, but whatever we have discussed is sufficient enough. If you have integrated this, your life is already transformed. I want all of you to meditate upon it, what we have discussed this week. Go through the points once again and have a self-reflection. That when you have went through certain emotional situations, how did you handle it? And what better could be done? So go through the self-reflection process. And the next time you're going through any intense emotions within your family or in your workplace or wherever, apply this formula. Apply all these steps, what I've given you. And experiment it for yourself, how it is. Some of the useful tips, again, I repeat once again to conclude. Always express your emotions, number one. Number two, take a shower immediately or move out of that place. Don't complicate the things unnecessarily. If something is not good, then don't complicate it further. Just give some time and space. Giving time and space really helps. Give some time and give some space. Leave the space briefly. Give some time. Time heals. Time is a very important factor in the healing. That's why we call it as a divine time. Give some time and space. That helps in healing. Don't blame others. Take responsibility. And understand that every emotion is there to empower you. So don't think your emotions as a negative aspect of it. Is it a positive? We are all humans. Every person, every child who is born has their own emotions, whether it's a boy child or a girl child. So don't feel shy, or don't feel somebody else will judge you. The people who judge your emotions are the people who have suppressed their emotions. So if somebody is judging you, it is their problem, not your problem. So seeing from the higher perspective, detachment, detach. Accept that you are going through emotions, but that is not your emotions. That is your emotions, but that is not you. Okay. And always wish well for others. And don't expect understanding from others. Most important. Never ever expect understanding from others. You try to understand yourself. Use the same energy to understand yourself. 1,000 people might say 1,000 things, but what you feel about yourself is most important. Underline this word. What you feel about yourself is most important. Let 1,000 people think 1,000 ways. Okay. So have a self-introspection, meditate upon it. Next week, we'll take question and answer session regarding the same topic. Thank you very much. And also regarding the TOT registrations, I think we have extended the registrations. So we will stop the registrations from tomorrow. And think from tonight, India time tonight, tomorrow morning, the registrations will stop. And tomorrow evening, we'll have another introduction session of the participants from the TOT. And from the 14th, we'll start the program. Okay. Thank you very much. Namaste, everyone.